Our next step consists of deriving the relative priorities of the alternatives with respect to each of the criteria. In other words, what are the priorities of the alternatives with respect to cost, comfort, and safety, respectively? Remember that for this example, we have two alternatives, car 1 and car 2. Since we have two alternatives and three criteria, this means we will have three comparison matrices, one for cost, one for comfort, and one for safety. With respect to the cost criterion, which alternative is preferable, car 1 or car 2? For this example, let's assume that we prefer very strongly car 1 over car 2. So that means I'm going to put the number 7 in this cell, and I'm going to put the reciprocal 1 over 7 in this cell. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to normalize this matrix. Now, if you don't remember how to do any of this, go back to the video for 2.2, and there's a review of that. Okay, so here we have the preferences with respect to cost, and as you can see, if we were just considering the cost factor, then car 1 would be pretty strongly preferred over car 2. Now, these priorities only apply to the cost criterion, so they're called local priorities with respect to cost. Now we're going to do the same thing again with the comfort criterion. Let's assume that we strongly prefer car 2 over car 1 with respect to comfort. So that means in this cell I'm going to put a 5. And then up here I'm going to put the reciprocal 1 over 5. And then once again I'm going to go through and I'm going to normalize this. And there are the local priorities with respect to comfort. Now we get to do this one more time, and this time it's for safety. So let's say that car 2 is extremely preferable over car 1, which has a value of 9. So I'll put a 9 here, 1 over 9 here, you get the idea. And there's the local priorities for safety. Here's a table just summarizing the local priorities that we found. we can see that if our only criterion was cost, car 1 would be our best option. If our only criterion was comfort, our best bet would be car 2. And finally, if our sole criteria were safety, the best option would be car 2.